Hey everybody, this is Josh Olive with Haven Comics. It is Thursday night, which means it is time for our Haven Comics quiz show, which means we have nerds on and we ask them questions. From nerds, to nerds, by nerds, for nerds. We're all nerds. That's the cool thing to be anyway, so rock on for us. Some of us were doing it before it was cool. Watch the intro, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, do all the stuff you know. Support us, guys. Come on. And we're back after that thrilling introduction. Actually, that is a pretty thrilling introduction. I totally dig that video, and every time I play it, I have to thank Nick Ellis from Two Brothers Comics deep down in my soul for making that intro video for us, because it's super cool. So thank you, Nick. Really appreciate it. Speaking of things that I appreciate and that are cool, here is my co-host, Derivative Jeremy. How you doing?
Me. How are you?
I am okay. It's a bit rainy and gross outside, but you know, we didn't get the tornadoes and such that they got in South Alabama, so yeah, I'll take it.
We don't have much to complain about, honestly. The rest of the world is getting hit with all kinds of garbage weather, so...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, how are you, sir?
I'm doing... Yeah, I mean, my head's been cut off all day, but I'm here.
You got it reattached just for the show?
I mean, does it... Can you tell? You can't see the mark. No, I mean,
you're not even wearing a turtleneck or anything.
Turtle shirt.
Turtle shirt. That's true. Okay, good.
Rusty gave this to me. Of all people, just super
Rusty
sweet.
Gave you that shirt?
Yeah. Yeah, he saw that picture I posted of me as a little boy with the turtle shirt, and he said it was cool, and I said I'd still wear that shirt. So boom, this showed up in my back.
So he got it for you in your size as an adult. That's awesome. Rad? Yeah, nobody's ever done that for me, and I can't figure out why.
Oh, man. Oh, we got a lot of people in the comments today.
Oh, so we do. I noticed you totally avoided answering that question that I just posed. Nice little whoop, move to the side.
Hey, I am a master of the sidestep.
Let's see who all we got here with us. Todd's got in his comment early today, and he's dealing with some dodgy internet, so he'll be in and out tonight, apparently. Let's see who else. Alan Breedlove. Yo, Joe. How's it going, sir? Good to see you. DJ Bruna. Now, see, if we start calling you DJ and that just sticks, and everybody will be like, why is he called DJ? That's exactly how Ultimate Josh got his name, and mostly we just call him UJ now, and people are like, why do they call you UJ? And it's just too long a story to tell anybody.
Yeah.
So it's just the thing that we do.
You say one dumb thing one time, and then suddenly you're Big Wool.
Right. You're Big Wool forever. I mean, how does that even work? Oh. So we got Zach in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. We got CBCP here. Look at that. They want to check and make sure that we're actually being cool with them and showing their videos and giving away their prizes as one of our sponsors. I'm sure that's what it is. He's not here for fun. He's writing this off as a business. I haven't seen him in a while. Well, he's been busy, man. He is cleaning and pressing comics like a madman.
Awesome. I'd love to see more about that.
Well, I'm sure that he would be happy to show you. He's going to be set up at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo.
Right on.
So awesome. Let's see who else we got. Doug is in the house with some turtle power. Bill Fisher, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Taking a break from watching curling. Yeah, curling is on right now. The Olympics have started, and curling is up, so that's pretty awesome. Let's see who else we got. Hey, Kyle is here. Good to see you, Kyle. Always good to have you on with us. Christine, how you doing, Christine? I hope you are doing well. Glad to have you.
I want to dig in here. Kind of more like MCJ. What does that mean? Is there another name that I should be going by?
I don't know what that means. He's going to have to come at me with a definition there. I don't know.
Listen.
Couldn't find the video on Facebook. Should be on our page.
Oh, we should check that.
We are simulcasting. At least we're supposed to be. Trying this YouTube thing out. Look at that. Master of Ceremonies. I didn't think that could be it because that was too easy. Yay, curling. We got some joy for curling. But here for fun. He says it's not a business expense. He's here for a good time.
Kaylee's is a curler, right?
Yes, she is. Good one, too. I am looking through a stack of books I just got because I want to show a couple of things off real quick. Actually, before I get to that, I have a big announcement. As I'm sure all of you know and we're planning to attend, this Saturday we were supposed to have Joe Pruett, the publisher from AFTERSHOCK Publishing, AFTERSHOCK Comics at Haven. But his wife has COVID.
No.
So he's like, it's mild. I don't have it. Do you want? And no. He's going to come the first Saturday of March. So we've just pushed the event back 30 days. First Saturday of March, Joe Pruett, publisher at AFTERSHOCK Comics, will be coming to Haven. He's written, if you ever remember Caliber, the comic publisher, and the book they did, Negative Burn, that was an amazing book. And he wrote for Negative Burn quite a bit. He wrote the X-Men for Marvel for a few years. Good writer. He's won lots of awards for comics. Great publisher. AFTERSHOCK is a really good company. So plan on that. Just don't plan on it for this Saturday. Plan on it for the first Saturday of March. Got it?
Quick side note from that. I'm super excited about that, and I'm happy to be able to meet him. We're not actually on Facebook right now, so I'm dropping the YouTube link on Facebook for anybody who'd make it over there and not see it. That makes sense because I'm missing some people, and it looks like that's all red in the comments. So is that something we can fix? I remember last time I broke that forever.
That's a darn good question. I do not know. We should be on Facebook because we set the video up as a dual. Well, that's not it.
Well, you're watching us solve technical difficulties live, guys. So
we're not solving them. We're just trying to solve them.
I've got faith in us. I have hope.
Well, I hope so. But, yeah, super fun stuff. Down with Facebook. This is all Alan Breedlove has sabotaged. That's what it is.
Well, I just posted it on Facebook to link over to YouTube this week in the event that it is broken. Last time I did a similar thing, and I remember we fixed it, but not for a long time. I don't know how.
Well, you didn't start on time, and it will time out after 10 minutes and won't do it. But we'll see what happens. Have you watched this?
I haven't. I have not. I really want to, but I'm waiting for all of it to come out so I can just binge. It's like 5 episodes, right?
It's 5 episodes in now.
Oh. I thought that was the whole show. So
no.
That's the highest, that's the most streamed show in the world, in America? I don't know.
It's pretty popular. I will say one of the funny things about it, it has to be the least skipped over intro of all time. Every time they play that intro, you're just going to sit and watch it because it's funny.
I'm excited to see it. He was one of the highlights of Suicide Squad for sure. I want to repeat any of the funny things that I loved from Suicide Squad, but I can't.
No, it's not that kind of a show.
No.
We can't do that. But you know how everybody has seen this meme a million times? I got the book.
Oh, the Batman slapping Robin meme?
No,
or is that a different meme?
No, the one where he's just watching himself on TV.
Oh, I'm embiggening that. I've never seen that meme.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it's been around forever.
Meme.
But yeah, look at this Batman watching himself on TV. Like, now I'm not fighting crime. I'm watching myself on TV. I finally got it. That's one of those covers that I've wanted forever. Hey!
Yeah, good to see you.
Always glad to have Aaron on. Look at that. Off at college, getting smart. All that jazz. Speaking of smart people, I feel like we should introduce our guests.
I feel like that's a good place for us to go next.
All right, here we go. I want to introduce to you guys Mr. And I'm sorry for this. We don't control this, I swear to goodness. Yes, it's a J name. Get over yourselves. Mr. Jeremy Satcher. How you doing, Jeremy?
Hey, well, bold of you to go with smart as the first adjective.
Well, we have a mutual friend, and he has assured me that is an applicable word. So I felt confident going with it.
All right, I'll take it.
It's an excellent segue, and not just because of the embedded compliment. There you go. Hats off. So, Jeremy, you maybe you're smart. Maybe you just made a bad decision, but you decided you were going to come on this quiz show. So, why in the world would you do that?
I would do it because I have a comic to hawk to people.
Exciting.
Aha!
I have been an illustrator and writer for something like wrong one.
Yep, I am bigging the wrong person.
Yes, I've been.
There we go.
There it is. The thumbnail for this episode was the version of this comic that I came out with 10 years ago. And, in 10 years, I've improved it significantly, and I've decided to have another go at it. Back in 2011, 2014, I made like 2 volumes of a comic book series called Druid City. And it's called Druid City because it takes place in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which for some reason is called the Druid City. I think because someone went around.
I looked it up. That's totally legit.
Mm-hmm.
For no reason that is understandable to anyone, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, like Huntsville is Rocket City, Tuscaloosa is known as Druid City.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody watching at home that doesn't know what a sorcerer or druid is, they're a wizard that likes trees a lot.
Yeah,
that's it.
One of them may have hung out in Tuscaloosa for a while because they apparently put up a lot of trees there. I thought maybe.
Are we sure that wasn't just Johnny Appleseed going through?
You know what? I guess that's one of his trails. He just came.
We never know. Was he a druid? We'll never know.
I think so, personally. I think he was able to make good berries just anytime he wanted.
So, Jeremy, what is your comic about?
So the comic is about a journalist, actually. And it's about kind of the investigation that he does in his hometown of Druid City after he gets kicked out of his graduate student program in Austin, Texas. Basically, he gets into some trouble. He has to go back to his hometown of Druid City, which is not the best thing for him because he was kind of like this incendiary student journalist back there. He pulled the cover off like a big scandal with the SGA, and in the process just pissed off everyone in power and everyone that he knew. So he has to try and get his life back together and under some pretty tenuous circumstances. But
it's a cheerful book about comedy.
Well, there's some jokes in it, but the thing about writing comedy is it's very hard to do it alone. And I was writing this as a solo project, so I'm like, I'm not going to focus on jokes. So.
Writing comedy is hard, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do some of it, in stand-up, but the good thing with stand-up is that you get immediate feedback. It's not as easy with a book. So.
Right, and you write it, you put it all together, you've got all the art, you go to all the trouble of publishing it, putting hard copies together, and then you get the feedback that, this wasn't funny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, great. Thanks for that. Perfect. I guess I wasted my life.
there's something to come out of that. Good news. I'm hearing that maybe you're not that crazy, because when I'm writing, I tell the joke and then I laugh at the joke and respond to the joke. So if you're not doing that, you can save yourself years of therapy. Maybe I don't. Still whining.
Sure, you have to bounce it off at least someone beside yourself, I would think.
I felt like we just got a little window into your soul, Jeremy, and I'm not sure that it was a normal place.
Which one?
Oh, that's fine.
Derivative
I've known
Jeremy.
that about myself for a while.
Now, talking about Druid City, you've got what, 2 volumes out?
Well, I have 1 volume out and kind of the revamped art style, right? I'm working on the second one. The ones that came out years ago, they're out of print. Don't care to put them back into print. Current version, it's out on Gumroad right now, but I also have print comics ready. I kind of go to comic book shops. All right, so I was just reading the comments down there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So basically, I have print copies. Sometimes I go to comic book shops, special events, and sell them. In March, I'll be at the Huntsville Comic Con. I'll have a table there.
Oh, cool.
Kind of taking it slow. I'm going to talk to publishers later this year about stuff to see what could be improved or worked on, to see if maybe I could have it published in some place. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep it independent.
Rock on.
Very cool.
I know a guy that runs a comic shop.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we've got our favorite Russian bot on today. Wow, that was quick. Thank you, Kaylisa, for quickly eradicating that.
It looks like we've got all of our people from Facebook coming over, making the leap to YouTube at least. So that's good news.
Yeah,
that is good. I'm disappointed because I don't know why it would do that.
I don't know what happened. We'll fix it next time, guys.
All the people who can't hear our apology because they can't see it on Facebook right now, we're apologizing. We're sorry. Wow. So if people were to ask, like, hey, give me why is this book going to really matter to me? Is it because of the relationships and the exploration of those relationships and the history and that? What would you say is the answer to that?
Well, there's some degree of history there. Like some of the stuff that happens in this book is based off real life events from Tuscaloosa history, especially in the second book where I get into a tornado that hit the town in 2011.
Yeah, buddy.
And the parts
that got us too in Huntsville.
Yeah, it did. It tracked up here and hit us too. That one was on the ground for 300 and some odd miles.
Yeah, it was.
It
was like a historical outbreak. It just got that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as outside of that, there's also just like I focus a lot on capturing like little independently run shops or restaurants in Tuscaloosa that I enjoyed, or bars, places that nowadays are closing down or have already just kind of been demolished. So it's like a little piece of history kind of preserved in paper amber.
Nice.
Well, that's
excellent.
Cool.
I like the definition of paper amber. That's cool. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, just
I dig that.
Words and make them a composite, you know.
Well, maybe now somebody can come along and they can extract the DNA from it, and they can clone an old comic book shop or an old restaurant or an old bar
out of your ideas.
Only it worked that way. Wow. We're working on the technology now. How fun is
Jeremy?
Awesome.
You don't get off the hook. We always ask bizarre, invasive questions on this show. I made an.
Well, we don't always, but we do when we remember to make you.
Hundreds of invasive questions. Yeah.
Cool.
You might have made it off the hook, but not today. So I'm going to dig through this and get a really good one for you. You seem like a guy who's got an imagination, like your brain's going places. I'm going to get a good one.
Yeah, frequently 3 directions at once.
Josh, ask him another question while I do this.
Well, you mentioned doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. What kind of stand-up do you do? Do you do just improv? Do you do normal stand-up where you're up there by yourself on a mic?
I've done stand-up for like 4 to 5 years, and I started doing improv this year. I actually have a show next week on Friday at Shenanigans Improv Comedy Theater over on, I don't know, a little bit south of downtown Huntsville. That'll just be like an improv competition. Otherwise, I do stand-up comedy. Try to do it every week or so. I'm more of an open micer. I don't really try to get on shows that much. I mean, it happens occasionally. Sometimes you need to fill in. But as far as like the style of comedy I go for, I like to just kind of tell a lot of turns of phrase or raunchy stories, you know. But generally, I find that stand-up is just taking whatever story you have from your life and taking it to open mics, and it starts off at 5 minutes, and then you get good at telling it, and then it's like 30 seconds.
Right, and you take a story that had some inherent built-in pain for you, and you put it on display for everyone else to laugh at, and some
for someone else that I thought was funny.
So you like to hit the other people. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Are you one of those guys that like picks on people in the audience and makes fun of them? Are you one of those guys?
No, I wish I was that clever, honestly, but it's not really my forte.
That's okay. You can practice on Jeremy. Make fun of Jeremy.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry this is taking me a second. I'm scrolling through all the stuff that's like, have you ever committed arson? I feel like, you know, on the internet and it's being recorded, maybe I shouldn't ask, or maybe you shouldn't answer it. Yeah, hit me with one, roast me. I have a low self-esteem. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I also have like I have no skeleton or spine for roasting, right? Like no part of me is built for that. That's the one comedy thing I don't do, is I don't like to just get up there and roast people, because for one, I don't like making fun of other people that much, and two, I don't want to be roasted in return. So
well, that's nice.
One thing I'm a complete jelly at.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. You got to have a question in that thing now. You've got hundreds of questions in there.
Yeah, man, I do. And I'm going to be honest. I opened it and I saw a really good one. And then I thought I'd like, you know, show the thing and then show you the picture or whatever. And I forgot what it was. And I'm trying to find that one. And I feel really disappointed in myself. I have let myself and the show down. Jeremy, if you had to be a dolphin.
Yeah. Oh my God, not with that again.
That's a show inside joke.
Would I be, or would I not be a dolphin?
Let me ask a real question. What is your second worst fear? Not your worst fear. Second worst.
All right, second worst fear. You know what? I think that has to be the fear of that I'm doing a push-up one day, and then both of my elbows that are broken at one point will just snap on me, and I'll just have half an arm between.
That is a very specific.
I was saying that is oddly specific. Yeah. Wow. But that occasionally goes through your head.
I think about it every single time I work out. It's just.
I am sorry.
You can avoid that fear entirely by not doing push-ups, if I understand this correctly.
What broke them? What happened?
You know, sometimes you got to use your body weight against yourself. So.
What happened to your elbows?
Well, let's see. When I was very young, I broke this one falling off of a slide. And then maybe 3 years ago, I got out of the gym and I was like going to an open mic, one of the first ones I was doing when I started stand-up comedy. And I was like going to the ATM to get something. And I was like full of energy because I got out of the gym, and I was like jumping over these like little rails, right? And then I just tripped over the rail, and I had to save myself from breaking my face in the pavement. So I just did a mid-air push-up, saved myself, but also fractured this elbow. And then I did a set after that.
Oh.
The elbow story part of
your... Do you
your...
use the elbow story as part of your routine? Yeah.
But maybe there's a way I could work that in one day, since I'm trying to write more material this year.
Wow, that sounds really painful.
Speaking of believing in you,
for the next day.
Speaking of believing in you, I'm also like terribly bad at segues, so you'll see that in the next hour. So
that will be abundantly clear.
Not great. Do you want to check out what you can win on our show?
Of course.
All right, let's do it. So,
prizes!
Cutting over to the prize cam. This is what we've got up today. We've got our gelatinous feely things, as always. We've got Saga Volume 1. I highlighted this because it is such a great book. It just came back. It has everything, and
that 6-month hiatus turned into a 3-year hiatus, but it came back.
It 3 years. Wow. We've got a Luke Cage comic pack there with some old, some new. We've got the Hood #1 signed by Brian K. Vaughan. I think that's #1. What do I know? And then CBCP Comics, as one of our sponsors of the show, has a service voucher there for one comic to be cleaned and pressed. I've got my Sailor Moon Venomized print up there. We do also have a surprise gift from the Blurred Syndicate. And then,
awesome.
Prize Cam, if you don't mind zooming in on the sticker pack, I made new stickers.
Yo.
Took some of my old stickers and I made them bigger. And then this one's a hologram now. So the prize pack for the stickers is great. You can win it if you know question #1. So, all right.
Yeah, that's definitely a step up. That looks awesome. Wait a minute. We have paper. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Well, I want to hear
I
that.
did not know that.
Interesting elbow stories all around. So we're going to pull the prize cam off for a split second. We're going to play roulette with these frames. Jeremy, are you ready to play?
I am.
All right. Let's give it a shot. The first thing up today is our Haven Comic sticker pack there. We also have one from CBCP and Sticker Ninja. Little shameless plug. They make my stickers. I like them a lot. So all you need to do is answer. According to NASCAR legend, according to NASCAR legend Ricky Bobby, what film won the Oscar for best movie ever made?
I'm going to go with the 1991 film Slacker by Richard Linklater. I don't know. So.
I like you. The oddly specific guess. You just went straight for it. You filled in the details. I love it. Audience, can you give us a right answer? Jeremy, I'm sorry, that's not the right one for this. What does Ricky Bobby think is the best movie ever made?
Hey, Nosh, good to see you, brother. Hope you are doing well.
Nosh, when are you coming on the show?
We do need to get Nosh on the show. That would be awesome.
It is not Herbie the Love Bug. Oh, that is a good guess.
You
know, there's a lot of good guesses here. Not Days of Thunder. Not Smokey and the Bandit. The movie we're talking about is Talladega Nights. That is true. But it is not the best movie ever made, according to Ricky Bobby. So
I am surprised that we have not had a correct answer come through on that yet.
Yeah. I'm also surprised that people don't have a encyclopedic memory of Ricky Bobby's.
That's a more popular movie than you might think.
Oh, I like the movie, and I like his favorite movie. No, it's not a car movie.
Could I make a second guess just to speed things along?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Roadhouse? Something?
No,
I could see that, but no. That's an excellent guess.
I'm just thinking what Ricky Bobby would like. Probably old.
There we go. Travis hit the Google foo, and Travis has come up with the correct answer.
Highlander.
There can be only one.
Perfect.
Travis, good job. Hey, if the right answer is not popping up, I don't hate if somebody Googles it. What do I know? Just lie to me. Sweet nothings, right?
Indeed. Yeah, that Highlander won an Academy Award, according to Ricky Bobby.
For what?
Best movie ever.
Oh, it's clearly the best picture. It's the best movie ever made.
It has the best past to present sequence transitions of any movie ever, but it couldn't win anything for sword fights, though.
It is a great movie, though. There's so much wrong with it.
Like I like the whole series in general, but mostly because the last half gets really bad. But I used to make fun of the first one some too, but I watched it again last year. I'm like, this is a legit masterpiece outside of the sword fights.
It really is a legit movie, and they don't have to be great sword fights because all they have to do is like you have to chop off the head. If you don't do that, the rest you can take as many injuries as you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, spoilers for anybody. I just found it funny that Sean Connery, who couldn't do any accent other than his Scottish accent, is not Scottish in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, but then they have Christopher Lambert is Scottish.
Yeah,
like, what is
French.
going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one. So what is our prize for question number 2?
Question number 2, we have our ubiquitous gelatinous feely thing. This is Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider is DJing some music.
You can open these gelatinous feely balls. Most people will call them erasers, but if you've watched the show for a very long time, you're not allowed to on this show. And they're mystery prizes. You can win prize cam if you'll zoom in. You can win Ghost Rider. He is one of the goofier looking ones. But none of them are pretty.
No, none of them are pretty, but they are all fun.
Yeah, and at this point, we can't take them off the show.
No, I rue the day. Whenever that day comes when we run out and we can't get any more, that's going to be a bad day.
Yeah, it is.
Not only because we've got some kids at the store who love these things. We've had kids come in and like they could buy, their parents are like, you want to buy something? Like, I want to buy the entire case of those.
Yeah.
I've sold 3 or 4 of them. And it's like, why do you want the entire case? But they do.
My daughter loves them.
Hey, Nick. Hello. How you doing, brother? Yep. CBCP, his little guy, loves those things. Loves those things.
They're awesome. They're ridiculous and absurd, but I love them too.
Yep. So if you want to win some gelatinous feely things, and let's be honest, who doesn't? All you have to do is answer this question correctly. In the greatest film ever made, which we just established, what nationality is Ramirez originally?
Oh, no.
There you go. He's Egyptian.
I told you these are a surprise to me as much as they are to anybody else, and I totally just started in on this without knowing.
Jeremy nailed it right away. Say it again.
He's an Egyptian.
He's Egyptian.
He's old.
And in his stuff, in his answers that Owen put in here, it says hiring a Frenchman to play a Scot and a Scotsman to play an Egyptian while in Scotland is the stuff dreams are made of. So he went down the same path that I did. That's hysterical. How great is that?
You missed Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby says that Highlander won an Academy Award for greatest movie ever made. So you're coming in late on the joke. According to Ricky Bobby, this is the best movie ever made. I don't think anybody can doubt that anymore. I think we just established it as true. So
Ricky Bobby said it.
At least like 37th.
Hey, this is somebody who knows you, I'm guessing.
Oh,
you're getting some love.
yeah, she gave birth to me.
Well, that was very brave of her.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
This is a very supportive audience as a whole, and we are glad to have you on, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. If you want to share any dirt about Jeremy in the chat, you go right ahead. See, derivative Jeremy's mom won't ever do that. She just always says he's wonderful and he was a wonderful kid.
Isn't that funny that my mom likes me?
Isn't that weird? Yeah, I mean, my mom is happy to give dirt on me. Don't worry, I didn't move or mess anything up at Haven. Oh, that's right. Nick was up at Haven shooting some video for the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. I think he was interviewing Jeremy Long tonight. So awesome!
All right. Speaking of, I had a segue before and I forgot it. It's Wyatt.
Hey! Whoa.
Wyatt,
What's up?
It's Big Wool. What's happening, brother?
They call me Big Wolf because I'm a heavy sweater. That's right.
Wyatt, you are a little quiet tonight.
Hold on.
Yes, you are.
Can you hear me any better now?
Also, barely.
Uh-oh.
Where'd all your posters go?
Hey, while you're working on that, I'm going to play this sick video. Wyatt is here representing the Blurred Syndicate every week, one of our awesome sponsors.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Oh, so my posters have gone where I'm going because there's somebody who's very, very awesome. Jeremy helped us. We're moving. So we're moving. We're doing something great.
It's me, not Jeremy Satcher. Jeremy Satcher.
I don't build houses. I don't not that strong.
So that's where the posters are. This is the last one just because it's a sticky one that I just pulled down and I won't ever be able to use it again. But
Oh no.
You're going to lose your
another
deposit on that poster? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. It's not that sticky, though. Not that sticky. And plus, if it was, I just wouldn't do it on here. So then there's no evidence. I don't know what happened to that door.
You got me.
I don't know what happened.
Congrats on buying a new house, though.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's awesome.
Yes. So
how big is your yard and how many trees do you have? I need to know how many rolls of toilet paper I need to bring over.
there's like 5 or no, there's no trees. So no need for toilet paper.
Just 4.
No, just
Just
no
4.
need for. So if you can find it, I'm like,
I know
where's
somebody
all
who
that?
knows where it is.
My lips are sealed.
Sworn him to secrecy. So, but the best movie ever, hands down, has to be the first Ninja Turtles movie, though. Not just because Jeremy's wearing the shirt, but literally, I can verbatim, word for word, go through all that whole movie.
That is a good movie. I don't know if it's a great movie. You watch that stuff as an adult. Don't get me wrong, I love Ninja Turtles. When I was a kid, I watched that movie and it's like mind-blowing. Now I watch it and some of the stuff is like, come on.
Yeah. The only part that really made me like smile was when they were like the foot attacked everybody at April's place, and then after that they just said, they start chopping down at them, and they're like everything would be safe except for everybody would be in danger except for the trees because they were missing them all the time. Best part ever.
Oh man.
If we're going to just go ahead and proclaim a best movie ever, I think The Princess Bride has to fit the bill. It's got action, adventure, comedy, romance, ninjas, pirates, death, chocolate, resurrection. It has everything. You can't go wrong with Princess Bride.
It's got rats
Indeed.
too. You need good rats.
Rodents of unusual size. It's got it all.
Jeremy, what's your favorite movie?
Well, I mentioned it earlier. Slacker by Richard Linklater.
Oh, right on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I have never even heard of this movie, so why is it your favorite?
What's up?
I haven't heard of it, so why is it your favorite?
Well, it's the only movie I've really seen that doesn't actually have a plot. It just follows characters physically, right? It takes place in Austin, Texas in the 90s, and it starts off with the director getting off a bus, and then he takes a cab, and he tells the story, and then he gets out of the cab, and he sees someone hit someone with a car, and then it follows the person who hit the person with the car, and then he does this little ritual, and he gets arrested, and it follows the person who watched him get arrested. So it just follows people physically throughout their day. And it just keeps on popping up the different people. You hear all these different aspects of people's lives or their viewpoints, and it flows nicely, right? And it's the only truly plotless movie I've ever seen, and I have to give it credit for that.
You mean intentionally plotless?
Yes, true.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of plotless movies, but that wasn't on purpose. They were just terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, there's a lot of plotless movies around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we're getting a lot of TMNT crosstalk here. I want to go back.
Yeah.
I need to address what I said. I love the TMNT movie. I love it. I just feel like some of the decisions as an adult looking back, I'm just like, why did they do this? And you know what? I just answered my own question. They're turtles. They're literally turtles.
And they're teenagers too. They're teenagers, man.
They're
So,
teenagers and turtles. They got a bunch of stuff working against them.
yeah, you know what I mean. So,
I mean, they only have the 2 fingers and a thumb. I mean, they're working at a severe disadvantage.
They're pretty boss.
Those turtles.
I will give it something else too. My Stallone impression is me impersonating the turtle. Yeah. Maybe I'll fall apart, maybe I won't. Oh man. Okay. We're getting super.
I love that he just did it.
Huh?
I love that you just went for it. That was good.
Wyatt, tell us what you brought today.
So this is yes, this is a poster that has pretty much encompassed all of the movie posters of the MCU. It was one that I thought that someone would really enjoy, so therefore brought it to you guys.
Yeah. I have to admit too, it's reclaimed. It was in the prize box forever. And it's out there, guys. If something's in the prize box for a very long time, I will take it back. You got like over a month, and then I start watching it. So,
yeah, come on, those are awesome posters, man. And there's a lot of awesome gifts. So definitely come get your stuff.
Yeah, it's like legitimately really good compositing on that.
I like it. So, all right. Yeah. So this other Jeremy number 2. Yeah, it could be.
Well, I'm the first, according to.
Okay. No, number 1. In 1993, Super Mario Brothers film. What well-known character from the game series spends most of the film de-evolved into a Goomba?
Please don't know this.
This is rough because I vaguely recall this movie.
Jeremy, are you going to post a question again?
Yes, thank you for reminding me because that is my job. Here you go, guys. Boom.
I'm going to go ahead and say Toad.
Correct. Here you go. We got it. So that poster is all yours, man.
He spends all the movie as a wet sprocket. Is that it?
No, he sends it as a Goomba, where he had, and the way that they told the difference between them, because he had the, harmonica.
There was a band called Toad and the Wet Sprocket.
Oh, listen, I'm black. All right, some of those things just go over my head. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, some of those are just like, okay. I probably know some of their songs. However, my name, not so much.
Yeah,
I'm
under 40, so I also don't know.
I gotta pull this up. I mean, like, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about Goombas, but
are you gonna show this horrible picture?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, I got to. It's just loading.
Bad.
It's just loading.
This movie was terrifying just because how awful it looked.
Yeah, I think it's kind of fascinating, that whole movie. It's like if Terry Gilliam came up with Mario first. Like, I legit, oh God.
Oh man. And Super Mario, everybody's played Super Mario. Goombas that don't look like that.
Definitely do not.
No, that's wrong.
Who did the animation for those?
Someone drunk.
They're naming off the project.
I don't think it worked much.
Right, do you have anything cool you want to tell us about coming up with the Blurred Syndicate?
We are doing like 28 days of Black superheroes. So every day there's going to be a post of maybe more of a not so well known Black superhero. So I'm trying to stay away from like Miles Morales, like John Stewart, those kinds of things, because I think there's way more characters out there. And also Static Shock, because like those are like usually like the 3 or 4 people when you say like Black superheroes that they go to. So we're just doing that. So we're on day number 3. So I'm doing Spawn. Spoiler alert today. Because not too many people.
Al Simmons is black. That's right.
So we did. Who did we do for the first day? I don't remember, but we did do. We did Blue Marvel the day before. So
awesome.
So yeah. So we're just trying to have just some recognition about that and just having fun with it.
Very cool.
Now, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Davis dug up in the back issue bins store the other day. We actually have a Truth red, white, and black #1 that he dug up out of the bins the other day. So that is now on the spinner rack up at the store.
That's with Patriot, right? No, not Patriot. His grandfather.
Yeah. Right. It was a retconned history, but the original Captain America. Yeah. So super cool.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and then we're also gonna throw in a couple of anime people too, because there's a lot of great stories that you can be able to do. And one of these, I'm just gonna make sure that it hits Josh in the heartstrings. That's what we're doing.
Roadblock.
So we're gonna do something. We can do some of them. We can do a Roadblock.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I thought you were just doing superheroes. I didn't know you were doing. I didn't know you were doing regular people
who happen to be in the military.
You tell me that after all the times he's been shot, stabbed, and blown up, and he still looks unscathed and unscarred, Roadblock's not a superhero. Also, he lugs that 50 cal around like just. There's no way that his arms would fall off. He's clearly a superhero.
Unless you're The Rock.
There we go. It looks like we've got one in Druid City.
Yeah. This is here's. My God. Yeah, there's DJ Onomatopoeia, who has the ability to make onomatopoeic sound effects appear.
That is awesome. I'm down for that one.
Oh, man.
See? I'll put him in there too. Actually, let me write him down. Yep. Okay, I got it. Hold on.
Do you count Alana? Prize Cam, do you mind zooming in on Saga? So Alana is one of my absolute favorite comic book characters. I don't know if you count, because we're talking about Roadblock and whatever. Maybe throw her on the list. Best mom in the entire galaxy.
And Stalker. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, but Roadblock was the first one that came to mind. I immediately pictured the cover to G.I. Joe #40.
I just keep thinking that since we talked about Will Ferrell movies, and then after that, I thought about the other guys and how, like, you could say The Rock is a biracial angel, because just like, so just a funny thought for me.
I would go with that.
So, but yeah, that's what we got, man. That, and I'm moving. So next week you'll see me in a whole different area with my posters back up, maybe even some new ones.
Awesome! Congratulations.
Thank you.
You rule.
Thank you so much. So, I just want to say this, even though he's not gonna like it, though. Like, Jeremy is an awesome realtor and even better person. So, if you do need anything, as far as moving, selling a home, definitely go check this man out. It's good people.
Thank you for saying that, man. I appreciate that.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right.
He put one of my brothers in multiple houses in like 6 months.
There we go. See,
I don't know what's wrong with my brother, but yeah,
maybe he likes moving. I don't.
Who doesn't love to box up all of their stuff and move it? Isn't that the best?
Leave it in boxes.
The packing, the unpacking.
Oh my God, it's even worse because like Ben has gone through so many things. So now, like when we first moved here, he was 4. He just turned 10. So now there's more and more stuff where like we had to sort through it, and yeah, it's a lot, but it's really really well worth it. So now he's got a whole big backyard, so he can try to break windows and things like that. Because he's
awesome.
I said one time that if you buy one house, you get a pizza, and then it became you get a pizza if you work with me at all. Now,
well, he gave me
a pizza.
Yeah. Listen, I am A-okay with that. Well, I'll probably have to end up buying him a pizza and other things, but yeah, man, all good. He's a great guy. So
thank you. I appreciate saying that. You are too. And all right, I'm blushing. We will see you next week.
All right, man. You guys take care.
Have a good one, Wyatt.
All right. Wyatt, great part of the show. I always look forward to seeing him. And we also have another great sponsor. That is CBCP Comics. They will take your raggedy old comics and turn them into pure platinum. That is a promise, guarantee.
There's only so much you can do for raggedy old comics.
They promise it, man. I don't know how they've been pulling off, but
they'll make it as good as it can be.
It's a 10.5 every time. Every time. So.
Yeah, that does it's 11. All the way up to 11. You get that CGC 11.0 grade. They should totally do that if there's ever a Spinal Tap book put out.
That would be hilarious.
They should issue an 11.0, which would just be hilarious.
Jeremy, do you ever get your own comics graded?
Graded?
Graded, yeah. Send them off to the CGC. What are all the other ones? CBS,
CBCS.
USA.
Those are really the only two that are worth noting. Where they put them, encapsulate them, they grade them, protect them forever from the elements.
All right. I might have to consider that at some point, but I have not. I thought you were saying graded with a D. Like value.
Like cheese graded your own comics.
You ever shred your comics?
You ever get so mad you just throw your comics in a shredder? You're going to the comic culture expo, right?
What was the question, Jeremy?
Jeremy, you've got a table at the Comics Expo in Huntsville, right?
What's up?
You've got a table at the Comics Expo in Huntsville?
I do not. I have one at the Huntsville Comic Con at Low Mill in March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad you clarified that.
I'll just be walking around, I think.
Yeah. They have a signings booth where you can get yours graded and you can sign it in front of them and it'll be an official signature too. So if you want to try that out, it's fun just for the old vanity points.
All right.
It's a true statement. It is fun. Now your comics are more manga sized though, right?
Yeah, well, they are definitely manga size as far as their dimensions, and they're pretty thick too. This one's like 216 pages. So
yep.
Look at that. But as far as the size goes, it is 5.5 by 7 inches.
Very cool.
But it reads normal the way that we read, not backwards.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, so for that CBCP voucher to get a comic cleaned and pressed, what Batman villain appeared in Neil Gaiman's Sandman series?
All right.
What Batman villain appeared in Neil Gaiman's Sandman series?
I guess I'm going to have to go with, I don't recall him being here, but I think it makes the most sense to have the Scarecrow show up.
Logic!
Nailed it. Perfect.
My favorite answer, however, was this one.
Yeah, that's just the Joker. That's his identity. Sorry, folks.
Yep. Adam Sandler.
Now you can send one of your own comics off to get it turned into gilded platinum. Get sent back to you.
Yeah, it'll suit my vanity just fine. So.
That's what it's for. That's really what it's for. That's what it's for. So you saw the show last week. Are you the kind of guy who can know an answer but not blurt it out?
I believe I can pull that off with a lot of restraint.
All right, yeah, just all the self-restraint you got, because the next question is our Canadian question, and it is for the audience.
All right.
Now, we do require you to sing "Oh Canada," so go ahead.
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, there it is, over there. Canada.
He was just pointing north, guys, for the record.
Oh, man. Nailed it.
Our Canadian prize cam gives you the thumbs up. That was excellent. We can proceed.
All right, so this question is for the audience only. This is our, I got it right here. This is our Canadian bonus question where we honor the contributions of our friends and neighbors and prize cams from the Great White North. So we've kind of got into just some weird trivia from Canada in the last few, and this one is right up that alley. What is considered Canada's national drink? I can tell you too, I visit there quite often, got a lot of family up there, and this is super true. I saw this and was like, yeah, that's right. What is the national drink of Canada, guys? It is not maple syrup, although they do sit around and drink maple syrup.
Well, that's more of a condiment.
Yeah, it is not a double-double, although that also could fly.
What the heck is a double-double?
A double-double is 2 creams, 2 sugars. You get that at Tim Hortons. Yep, Tim Hortons coffee. The price came to yell at me. How did I get that wrong? I don't know. Let's see. Rye whiskey, also pretty close.
You didn't get it wrong, but you just said 2 creams, 2 sugars, and made it seem like we drank cream and sugar, and that's it.
In coffee.
I would drink that. I just don't like coffee.
In coffee. Yeah. I'm not seeing any right answers here.
I don't know what the right answer is. I got to check this
Aha!
out.
Christine, it is a Caesar. It is a Bloody Mary, but with clam broth. That is not
why?
It is a Bloody Mary, but with clam broth. It is a Caesar. That's the first person who said that, right?
It contains vodka, Caesar mix, hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and is served with ice in a large celery salt-rimmed glass, typically garnished with a stalk of celery and a wedge of lime. Why would someone drink that?
I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Bloody Mary, but the clam, I don't know. They drink it, though. They really do.
I am not on board. I agree with Aaron. That's no. Like, that was like a deep, dark secret of Canada that now I wish I didn't know.
Prize Cam, do you like Caesars? No, not everybody. Not everyone.
Was she saying she doesn't like Caesars, or now she doesn't like me?
She never liked you. She doesn't like Caesars.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
She loves you. Okay.
So who won that?
That's why Prize Cam fled down here. It was Christine, right? Yeah.
That's why Prize Cam fled down here.
Christine won $25. We didn't even talk about this. Christine won $25 to Haven Comics, where you can buy all. Yep. My mother-in-law loves Caesars. The Prize Cam's mom loves Caesars. They just drink them.
Do they drink them after they've already had a whole lot of other alcohol and they can stomach the idea of drinking clam juice?
No, I don't think so. I think they just get up and drink them.
No, there's so many things wrong with that.
Christine, I know you've watched the show for a long time. You just won $25 to Haven Comics. Haven Comics is, of course, I got a banner for this. Right, look at that.
Oh, we do? Yeah, there we go.
Whoa.
871 Slaughter Road, Suite F, Madison, Alabama. If you want to come by and pick that up, you can spend it at Haven Comics, and only Haven Comics. That is the greatest comic book store in the entire universe, without question.
Look at that. You can buy an awful lot of those erasers for $25. I'm just saying.
I'll buy that.
I believe that.
We got some conflict there. All right, we'll let them fight it out in the comments, and we will move on to...
America's drink might be bourbon or coffee, but a Southerner's drink is sweet tea by the grace of God.
Which is interesting because I feel like Southerners' drink should be bourbon. Just pour it in
the alcohol makes you hot.
Eh.
It's already hot down here. We don't need that.
I'm a bourbon guy. Okay, Josh, Question
All right,
6.
what's our next prize?
Well, let's get there. We got to take a quick journey. February is Black History Month. So we are going to celebrate Black History Month by highlighting and celebrating some of the Black superhero characters, Black comic book characters, and Black comic creators and writers and artists. So I want to make sure that we get that in for people to know that we've got a lot of those characters at Haven if you want to come check them out, if you want to branch out and try something new. So we've got some for the show over the course of the week, some interesting stuff that I'd never even seen or considered, and want to share that.
Cool.
So with that in mind, we've got a Luke Cage Power Man Power Pack. So,
hard to go wrong with that.
Yeah, we've got some new, some old, some interesting stuff there.
Yep, Luke Cage is cool. I'm wondering, we've seen the reintroduction of Daredevil into the MCU and Kingpin. Suspect Punisher's not far behind. I do wonder if Luke Cage is coming.
They got to bring him back. They have to.
Well, Aaron Michaels can tell us because he always knows what's going on with those movies. Ooh, I like that. That's good. We should let Aaron name things. Power Man Power Pack.
Perfect.
Get your very own Power Man Power Pack. Sunday.
Yeah, interestingly, Luke Cage was the answer to a question at a trivia night I was at last week, which was, who went by Power Man? Which I didn't know until that day, and it just came up again. Great.
Ah, well, there you go. Maybe God is trying to tell you something.
Yeah, I'm going to have to remember Luke Cage in roughly 2 weeks. My life will depend on it. So.
If you answer this question correctly, you're going to win some Luke Cage comics, and maybe there's something in there that you need to read, right? Mm-hmm. So, what African-American actress broke the color barrier when she kissed William Shatner for the first interracial kiss on scripted TV?
That would be Nichelle Nichols.
Correct! Yes, sir. You are correct, sir.
Nice.
Congrats. When you know them right off the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Got quick recall skills.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is a skill, for sure.
They got to bring them all back. They have to. They can't bring Charlie Cox and everybody else and then not Michael.
Yeah, I can't imagine Jessica Jones working on a Disney Channel show, though.
That could be a little awkward, yeah.
What are those? You got some claps from your mom?
My mom's proud of me.
She should be.
She should be.
You're killing it.
Nice.
Justice for Iron Fist. I'd love if they brought him back and made him good. I don't even I'll let it go that his show was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life and he ruined Defenders. If they brought him back and made him good, I'd forgive it. What do you guys think?
I've always thought it was interesting that everybody blames the issues that are there with Iron Fist on the actor.
Yeah.
The actor is not the one who turned him from the cool, chill, totally zen dude that you meet up front, walking around barefoot and being cool, into a whiny crybaby. The actor didn't make that decision. That was in the script. That was the directing. That was not on the actor. That was a story that went somewhere it shouldn't have. That was bad storytelling. Don't blame the actor.
Yeah,
I feel like literally everything that they had in his mouth was, I'm the Iron Fist from Kunlun. And they'd be like, what do you want to eat? And he'd be like, I am the Iron Fist from Kunlun. That's the whole show. Ugh.
Yeah. They got into some really cool issues, some really cool things from the comics, like the championship between the 9 cities and all this stuff. They got into some cool stuff, but they never actually got to it. They just kind of danced around it. And had they introduced the Sisters of the Spider and all that, there was some really cool stuff they could have done. I thought them centering the whole story on New York was a mistake. I get why they did it, but I thought that was a mistake. And they could have gone a lot of different ways with it. But the the character going from "Hey, I'm super cool, chill dude" to that wasn't the actor. He didn't make that decision.
Pronounce that word. Where he's from, because I said that and it sounds
he's
terrible.
from New York.
No,
Kunlun? I heard him say that.
Right? As I said it, I felt like an idiot. Okay,
What?
that's it.
Yeah, it's Kunlun.
All right.
All right,
Jimmy,
so
what
question
is
7.
your- Huh?
So question 7, what's our prize?
Let's see. Let's pull that up. Question 7. All right. Checking the prize cam. It is a print that I have made of Sailor Moon, and she is Venomized. So I made this a long time ago, but it's one of the most popular things I've ever done.
Well, you have to give them away because you can't sell them anymore. He got a cease and desist from Disney.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Josh and I talked about that a lot. Josh's speculation is that I crossed streams. So, I got Marvel and I got but I mean, you see people sell all kinds of what should be trademarked IP, but no, they said no. They got me.
I don't know what baby metal is, but okay.
No,
Me
you
either.
described it perfectly.
It's true. It's true.
I'll take it. I bet they hit me with that letter because Walt Disney actually looked at it and didn't like it. He was like, "That's a bad drawing." That's
He
why.
came back from the dead to do that, did he?
He's not.
All right. Question 7. Oh yeah, question 7.
Oh, yeah.
A sponsor of this show. I sell real estate, so here's my video. This is a good one. In Kill Bill 2.
Well, you didn't tell him the rule for this question yet.
That's true. Thank you. Circling back, question 7 is always about a place. It is usually clear in the question. This time I think it would have been 2. It's a place, not a person, not a thing, although places are things, right?
Might be a fictional place, might be a real place. Either way, it's a physical location.
I'll give you a super big hint. This one is real. It is a real place. You'll know this place. In Kill Bill Volume 2, what country does the bride finally find Bill for their final showdown?
All right. So, straight up, I don't quite know this one. I'm going to give it a guess. I'm going to go with Singapore.
It's a good guess. It makes sense. That's not right this time. Not today. Okay. Audience. Where did the bride finally find Bill for their final showdown?
It is not Montana.
Nope.
That could have been a very different movie, and I would have liked it better, probably.
Hint in the future, Montana is not a country.
Chris Padilla in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. It looks like the first correct answer we have is Mike Wesolowski.
That's true.
Mexico.
Josh, you hesitated a little bit when I said Montana is not a country. Is it?
Well, it depends on who you ask. A lot of the militia types up there are pretty convinced that it is, in fact, its own country.
Wow. I mean, I guess people are trying to secede all the time. Texas wants to secede all the time.
Yeah, Texas wants to, but they also don't want to, because if Texas secedes, their charter that says if they do, they have to divide themselves into 5 states.
Yeah.
Wow.
The cartel.
So they don't want to do that.
2 weeks.
Crazy.
Yep. It's a big sky country. Yeah, it's true.
Oh. Okay. Josh, question 8. Boom.
Question number 8 for Saga. Have you ever read Saga before, Jeremy?
I haven't. So
Okay, something tells me you would totally dig Saga.
okay.
We have the first 3 volumes up at the store. I think it goes through volume 7 or 8, something like that. They took a 6-month hiatus that turned into 3 years. That was awesome. Good for them. So they just came back with issue number 55 last week. So, but every Saga is one of those books, definitely not for kids. It's weird. It's strange. It embraces it. It jumps both feet into it. And something tells me you would really dig this book. So I hope you win it.
I'll bring my best brain to this one.
All right. In the film, Scott Pilgrim wears 2 different T-shirts for what real-world band?
Oh, man. All right. So I know Plumtree is one of them. And the second one escapes me. I'm going to go with Beck because he made a lot of the soundtrack.
Let's take a step back. It is 2 T-shirts for one band.
Oh, never mind then. Plumtree.
We've got Aaron agreeing with you. That's not the answer we're looking for.
Dang, all right. Shoot, then I don't know.
You do have a good brain because Aaron agrees with you, and Aaron is right 114% of the time. So, we have a... Can Haven Comics play?
Not that I'm aware of. But yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's interesting because I don't know that.
I think, okay, Haven Comics is Kaylisa here in this circumstance. I think because of the nature of this was just she actually honestly answered. It is Smashing Pumpkins. I think we should give it to Kaylisa. Why not?
I don't know if she's ever read it.
Yeah. So all she has to do is sing the movie.
Sorry, I got excited.
Myself,
No, it was not Toad the Wet Sprocket. Well, that really came full circle, didn't it?
The prize cam got me Scott Pilgrim, the colored version for Christmas. This is some hefty stuff, and I'm excited to actually read it. I love the movie, but I've never actually read it.
Now that I think about it, I hadn't really considered it before, Jeremy, but your comic has got some Scott Pilgrim visually. It's got some Scott Pilgrim kind of stylistic similarities, or am I imagining things?
Similarities, and also just aesthetically beyond just the style. I was reading Scott Pilgrim when I wrote it, so it just kind of added up.
Flash that interior.
Until we started talking about it now, and he actually held it up, and I visualized the Scott Pilgrim books. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, now that I'm looking back at your book and I'm looking at that, I can see where visually they've got some things in common. That's really interesting.
Jeremy, you've got your book in your hand, right?
Yeah. Both hands.
Show off some of that interior art.
All right.
Family-friendly pages only.
Let's see. Well, there's just the inside of a hookah bar. That's not as colorful, though. When you said interior art, I thought show me an interior from the comic. All right, so there's some more stuff. There's a guy getting drunk and licking shoes. So not the most family-friendly thing.
Getting drunk and licking shoes, my favorite.
Yes.
Like we do.
A dormitory party happening.
Yeah,
I see definite Scott Pilgrim vibes from that.
Yeah. Yeah, now that I've made the connection, it just is locked into my brain.
Yeah, that is.
Are we going to carry
the
that?
Closest thing to describe it, compare it to. It's not as fantastical as Scott Pilgrim gets, but it's very rooted in reality. But that is one of the first things you could reach for a comparison.
Very cool. Josh, are we going to carry that book?
That we are.
Right on.
That we are. Yeah, we wanted
Excited
to
to
let
check
folks
it out.
know about it so that when we have it on the shelf and they come in and go, aha, that's that book you guys were talking about.
Mhm.
That's my book.
There you go.
That's my book.
Hey, I
There you go.
made notes to like tell myself stuff because I forget everything. I'm gonna do a drink and draw this Sunday at 7. So if you guys want to pop on here, it's me and Tom Price. We're just gonna hang out and jibber jabber, draw some stuff. You can let us know what you want us to draw. Jeremy, you draw too, right?
Yes, I do.
If you want to join us, that'd be fun. Hit me up after this.
Things to draw, even. So I was
Huh?
telling Josh I had a logo to draw for someone's not comic book, but someone's podcast. So
Oh, right on.
I don't know if I'd be shown drawing or.
Hey, Doug, I live confused. I don't even know what I was confused about anymore.
Like we were talking about earlier, he's dazed and confused. Jibber jabber with your jabber jaws.
Mike, for you, anything. I will autograph whatever you want, including but not limited to my own stuff. So,
Would you sign this check from your bank account for me, please?
I will.
You're a sweet guy. I don't want the prize cam to kill me, so I rescind that request.
Okay, question 9. We are playing for this sketch cover from Justin Lynch, friend of the store. It is not family friendly, but it's a duck. So that's Howard the Duck. He's living his best life. He's an angry guy. That is what you can win. It is a duck flipping the bird. That's pretty funny when Kaylisa says it. Okay. There's a lot
That is
going on in
amusing,
this
I have
question.
to admit.
A lot going on in this question. I'm going to go ahead and post it. Way back in Justice League number 42 in 1966, who was the first hero to decline membership in the Justice League? Point 1, he had already gotten his own ongoing series 6 months earlier. And point 2, he first appeared in The Brave and the Bold a year earlier. So 2 big hints.
All right. Hints that don't do me a lot of good. The only DC I really follow is the Vertigo imprint of their comics. So
Yeah, you're not going to know this guy from Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to know this guy from DC Comics.
Really? Okay, so he's.
Well,
I'm sure fans do.
If you're an old school DC person, you would recognize this guy pretty quick, but he's an oddball. He's a weird one. I've never liked him.
I'm going to pull
And I
this.
know Owen is probably going to want to kick me in the teeth for that, but I've never liked him.
All right.
It's not
I'll
Plastic
give a shot in
Man.
the dark.
I just love Plastic Man. What'd you say, Jeremy?
I'll give a shot in the dark. I'll go with one of those kryptonite monkeys that they had back in the day or something, because some comic book did well because a monkey was on the cover.
One of
It
those
has been shown
kryptonite monkeys.
a monkey or a gorilla on a comic book cover does improve sales.
Mhm.
You're
That's
absolutely
crazy.
correct.
Does it still work?
It seems to.
Mm.
So for next Kickstarter, there's got to be a monkey and a almost nude woman. Boom, $1 million comic on the
Well,
cover.
that's why
That
King
sounds
Kong
about right.
works, dude.
I'll do it.
You've got a gorilla and you've got the woman. Hello.
Oh, mind blown, Josh. You're right.
That's why King Kong works. That's why Mighty Joe Young works. Yeah, that's
In fact, you should
That's
put
why.
2 monkeys on there.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was actually an issue of Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. What a mouthful of a title that is. Where Superman's like, well, sorry, Jimmy, I can't help you. It looks like you have to do it. And he had to marry a gorilla. And that's what you see on the cover is a ceremony of him marrying a gorilla.
Oh man, poor Superman.
Yeah, I agree with you, Owen. I think this guy would have made a good Vertigo character.
Jeremy, was that your real answer? Some kryptonite monkey.
Yeah, that's as far as I can go with that.
Okay. All right. Not this time. I do have to admit that is not a right answer. Okay, we do have a right answer in the comments. Josh, I'm going to leave it to you because I feel like they've been coming in so much, and
Well, I only see one correct answer, so that's easy.
Only the one? All right. Perfect. So Jason, congratulations
Metamorpho.
on knowing that.
Yeah. Metamorpho was the first guy to say, Justice League, no thanks, I don't need that noise. I got my own supergroup.
I always thought he was a bad guy.
That's because he looks like one. He's
Huh.
all the wrong colors, and he's weird, and he's a mishmash hodgepodge of visuals. Yeah. Yeah.
You know who I'm confusing him with? Amazo. He's just not memorable to me. Like, I know the visual, but like, eh.
I love it. I don't know what NGL stands for. What is NGL?
Not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm too old. I don't get this stuff.
Either, so believe me.
All right. For question 10.
Yeah, he did end up in Justice League Europe. Sure enough. The orange and purple and white is a bold choice. Yeah. Yeah.
We've got something cool for question 10. This was also reclaimed from the prize box. Guys, if you leave your stuff in there for several months, then I'm going to take it back. This was there for like 4 months. All right. This is the hood. Prize Cam, is this the hood number 1? Number 2 of 6. Still good because it's signed by Brian K. Vaughan. So we do have a great signed comic there. Brian K. Vaughan, of course, also did Saga, also did Why the Last Man, also did Runaways.
Also, the Hood was a really interesting villain that Paul Jenkins kind of randomly came up with. And he turned out to be a really cool guy for a very short period of time. And then they didn't know what to do with him anymore. They're like, he's kind of a low-level Batman or Spider-Man street thug, but he's also kind of like a bad version of Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange at the same time. So it's a really convoluted, strange mix of a character, but I really liked him. Cover depicts what happens when you don't pick up your stuff. Go back to that. That was awesome. Oh, that's fantastic. Yep, we still do. Sure enough. People, pick up your stuff. That said, to win that awesome prize, all you have to do is answer this question correctly.
Oh, cool.
You know I like to dance to that, and you surprised me with it.
Oh, here.
That was still
Thank
cool.
you. I needed that. That really hurt me. So, okay. Actor Michael Gross began filming 1990's Tremors the day after he finished filming the final season of what 1980s hit TV show? He appeared in all 172 episodes.
I feel like I should absolutely.
That's a
know
trick question because it makes you think it's a Tremors question, but it's not.
But you know what? I should still know this because he was most well known for this, and that's why his Tremors role was like him playing against type. Some family show. It may have even had family in the title.
Vastly different programs for sure.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, there was a point in time where this was definitely in my brain, but not anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Family Ties.
You are correct.
I am? What?
You are correct.
You are correct, sir. Family Ties.
I don't know that we said it.
Apparently right.
That's our questions for
Go
this
ahead,
show.
family.
We couldn't do
It
the
wasn't
show without
Family
him, so we
Matters.
do want to say thank you for that. Also, no, you can't answer the question that you wrote, Owen. Oh, man. So you killed it. You killed it. I don't. The prize cam is tabulating the results for us now, but I feel like you have really nailed it.
I think I
Let's
got
see.
like half. Ooh. Is there a record?
We don't keep records. That requires memory.
Well, I think the most we ever had of somebody was when we had Sarah and Daniel Geist on, because they just tore it up. I think they got, 8 of the 9 that they were eligible to answer. It was something crazy. They tore it up. Alan Breedlove got a ton on his, too.
Oh, yeah.
Tots would have gotten more when we had him on, but he threw down the gauntlet, and so Owen, slapped him back with questions from the abyss.
Mhm.
They were hard.
Well, I'm glad I got that one right because that was just me narrowing down stuff. So,
There you go. You had a couple like that where you just were like, logic says it should be this.
Yeah.
it's like this.
Yeah.
This is a comic about dreams. Maybe the guy who makes visions has something to do with this.
There you go.
Jason reminds us that he got 7 of 9, and my mom.
Oh, that's right. Jason tore it up.
He did. My
He
mom
tore it
got
up.
1.
He also gave us an incredible tour through his toy museum.
Yeah, the guy has a museum in his basement.
I want to go and play with all those G.I. Joe toys so bad.
That's true. If you come back as a guest, Owen knows where to get you. Okay, so the prize cam has given us the results. Jeremy, you got the Feely Balls. That's what I'm going to call them forever, Josh.
No, they are not. No. Gelatinous Feely things was bad enough.
You got the mystery eraser balls.
Hey, look who we have. We have a guest. Why didn't you introduce this person earlier?
No, this is my boy Fritz the Cat, who's named after a perverted X-rated film.
Like you
The
do.
first ever animated one.
Okay, good to know.
Um,
Well, how you doing, Fritz the Cat?
Yeah, he came and went. He saw what was going on, and was like, I don't want any part of this.
This isn't what we normally do with the internet. I'm out.
Look at things. People aren't supposed to look at me.
I forget where I was. You also won the CBCP comics voucher, so you can have one of your comics cleaned and pressed. You won the
Including that one you just won?
Luke Cage pack with 4 great Luke Cage comics, and you also won the hood signed by Brian K. Vaughan. That's a good get, I think. And then so our audience did really well this time too. A lot of variety. Travis, you won those slick new stickers. You're the first person to win my brand new stickers. Near and dear to my heart. I'm glad it was you. The Canadian question goes to Christine May. You got $25 to Haven Comics. Mike, you got a Sailor Venom print. So congratulations on that. I will sign it. You got to tell me what you want me to write on it, though. Do you want me to say my own name or yours? Saga Volume Number 1 goes to Kaylisa, and Howard the Duck goes to Jason Edmonds.
I would like to make a request. I think you should sign his last name, Wesolowski, the exact same way that Walt Simonson signs his name. Which, if you've never seen Walt Simonson's autograph, is really cool. It's a dinosaur. It's a brontosaurus. His last name. It's really cool.
I'm looking it up. He signs his name as a brontosaurus.
His last name. It's very subtle, but yeah. Now I have to also say, if you guys have not watched the Two Brothers comics in general, shame on you. But if you have not watched the video they dropped earlier this week, we linked it on Haven's page, where Dustin is in character as like a Pentecostal preacher telling you like not to speculate on comics, but to buy comics you like and all that. It's hysterical. The stained glass windows in the back are hilarious. The crowd that Nick put in there, like cheering him on, fantastic. The church organ music is excellent. It is one of the funniest things. And in the middle of it, Dustin starts speaking in tongues. And then he's like, Sleva Leva Salbasima. And he just names off a comic book artist. It's hysterical. I loved it. It was very funny. I strongly recommend you guys watch it because that was funny.
You linked to it on the page?
Yeah, it's on our Facebook page. Yeah, I believe every bit of that, and it was hilarious. The minute that he went from speaking in tongues to Sal Buscema was hysterical. Now, Sal Buscema is actually still doing. It's on Haven's Facebook page, Christine. You can get to it there, or if you're on YouTube, just look up Two Brothers Comics and go to it. You'll find it pretty quick. Anyway, Sal Buscema is still doing work. Yeah. Did you see the tail and then the body and then
I do see it.
Yeah. Anyway, Sal Buscema is still doing work. He's inking books for Sit Comics Binge Books, and I know the publisher at Sit Comics Binge Books, so I messaged him, sent him an email, and I sent him that link, and he cracked up. And he is forwarding that on to Sal Buscema. So we'll see what Sal comes back with. I'm sure that he will get a kick out of it. So that's going to be fun.
I am grabbing that link for anybody in the comments that's interested.
Too lazy to go to our Facebook page.
Yep.
Too close down.
One person specifically, but I like her a lot, so threw it up.
Ryan Stegman also does a Dino. Well, his name is Stegman, so he kind of has to.
I like Ryan Stegman. I think he does a good job. I mean, I feel like all of them get a little lazy the more work they do, but I think Stegman does a really good job. He did a How to Draw book on Kickstarter that I wanted to back and then just didn't for some reason. So, you ever do that?
But I wanted to back and then said, eh.
Nah. I do that a lot.
He doesn't need my money.
I backed like 100 plus Kickstarters. So, yeah, there's some where I'm just like, eh. Josh, do you have anything going on that you want everyone to know about?
Well, I did want to remind everybody that our Joe Pruett Aftershock Comics signing event is no longer this Saturday. It is now March 5th. So it has been moved. You can still come to the store this Saturday. I would love to see you. But if you're coming there looking for Joe, then you're going to be bitterly disappointed because he's not going to be there. He will be there March 5th. I did also want to, if you want to embiggen me, show off a couple of things that may be pretty cool come the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, or just because they're cool in general. If you have not read Kingdom Come, have you guys read Kingdom Come?
Oh, yeah. You haven't read Kingdom Come? Read Kingdom Come.
This is one of the coolest comic book miniseries ever. This is amazing. Mark Waid did a phenomenal job. Alex Ross did a phenomenal job. And this is the entire series. We have the whole thing. And it's like $25.
Yeah, it is.
We just got this in. It's amazing. If you've never read it, you definitely need to read it because it's fantastic.
That's the whole thing floppies for $25.
Do what?
That's the whole thing in single issues for $25.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. This one's cool for a host of reasons because you guys know I like Moon Knight for one. But Mark Teixeira did the interior art for this. This is an Arthur Soydam cover, but Mark Teixeira did the interior art for this book. But he also signed it and did a remark of Moon Knight.
Awesome.
So we've got a Mark Teixeira signed and remarked book for Moon Knight, and that makes me very happy. We all know that. That makes me happy. We have a Usagi Yojimbo #1.
Wow.
It's a second print, but it's a Usagi Yojimbo #1. You don't see that terribly often. And this one definitely has direct ties to the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo because Jim Starlin is going to be there. And this issue features the origin of Thanos.
Very cool.
Who was created by Jim Starlin. So you want to get him to sign the origin of Thanos? You can. It's right there. Now, just because these were fun, and you know I can't resist fun, I also picked up... This one's just a cool cover, and I dig it. I've always liked it. And I know Comics and Death Metal Ryan is a big fan
Yeah.
of Punk Spider-Man. But if you have the same nostalgic memories I have for the Disney afternoon shows, we got DuckTales. Woo-hoo! DuckTales #1. And Christine, I know you're watching. Woo-hoo! Because that's cool. Also, we got Disney's Autumn Adventures #1. Look at that. This is a super cool wraparound cover, too. Really dig it. If you liked Stephen Butler when we had him up to do a signing, we got another copy of Silver Sable #1.
That's awesome.
One of the best stories ever told. Gotham by Gaslight.
Awesome.
Batman in Victorian England taking on Jack the Ripper.
How
I
old
showed
is
this
that
off
book?
earlier. Peacemaker #1. If you're watching the show and you want the comic, we got it. Now, this one is an all-time classic. You're never going to find a book better than this one because it doesn't exist. That would be Mr. T and the T-Force. That's right. Look at all that bling. Mr. T and the T-Force.
That's awesome. I thought you were being serious, and then I realized you were.
Look at
That's
the name
the
of the
best book ever.
artist. Neil Adams. Mr. T and the T-Force. Now, this one's cool, I will say. This is the last one we'll do. But given the events in the MCU and all the things that have happened, just a really cool cover with Shuri.
Yeah.
Just a cool Black Panther cover featuring Shuri. Love it. Great book.
That's going to go down.
Yep. And there's the Creature from the Black Lagoon if you need a comic of the Creature from the Black Lagoon, because let's be honest, who doesn't need that? But yeah, we just got some cool, fun stuff the other day, and if you need any of that, just let us know. Yeah, Mike, if you need that silver foil version of Silver Sable, we can hook you up.
I have something I've been working on for a little while. Man, it's been hard. I've gone through 3 different color artists have worked on this, and I just haven't got it right. So this is the line art, and I did that for Jeffrey Middleton as a commission, and so that's the line art, and I scanned it, and then I did the full inks, but I couldn't get it scanned before I gave it to him, and I tried a lot. My scanner at work just like, right? So anyway, finally, boom.
Woo! Look at that.
So I'm excited about that. I got a couple of tweaks, a couple things to do left to it, but the color artist I worked on with this, I mean, look at the difference, right? Like, ugh.
What did color artists add?
Right? They take your work that's okay, and then they just make it shine. Like, it's a totally different thing at the end. Like, I feel grateful to work with great color artists because I am not as good as they make me look at all. So I love it. Thanks, Christine. I'm not ready to do anything with it yet, but I will be soon. So I will remember that.
Yeah, we'll make sure and get that sorted, and we'll have Facebook back up and running next week. Not sure what happened there.
Jeremy, do you have anything that you want to add?
Yeah, we're going to have Volume 1 of Druid City at Haven. But when is Volume 2 coming? Because you're working on that, you said, right?
Yeah, well, this year I'm focusing a lot on writing the scripts to the remaining volumes. It's going to cap out at 5, so I'm going to get that all done. And I do think that thing is that since I did work on these comics beforehand, in a lot of cases, I do have some work I can repurpose. So in 2023, it shouldn't be too hard to see a Volume 2 come out in full color. So
Awesome. So yeah, if you guys want to pick up Druid City, we're going to have some copies at the store. You can come by and pick that up. And if you want to swing by Low Mill on March 5th, before you come to Haven to meet Joe Pruett, you can swing by the Low Mill and get Jeremy to sign your copy for you there.
Oh, yeah. I'll be there all day.
Awesome.
Jeremy, it was great to meet you.
All right. Thanks, man. Likewise.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. I hope you make better life choices from here on out. But we appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
Oh, there's a whole web of choices. Who knows what's going to happen? So,
Lord only knows.
I'll be,
no doubt.
Around the store before too long and hang out for a bit and see if I can make that more of a habit. So.
Yep, come on by. We're there all the time. We love talking comics and movies and games and all kind of stuff. Playing games, you name it. We love doing all that stuff.
Jeremy, I'm going to package your stuff, and I'm just going to leave it for you for when you come by the store. Just don't forget. You got to grab it.
Yep, I got to come by to drop off comics anyway. So.
True that. Well, appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's always fun. And if you're watching this later, you can still hit the like button. You can still subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. Let us know how much you like the show because it makes us feel better. And since we don't make any money off of this, we need all of the happy feelings we can get. So thank you guys for watching. Do what?
I said we're doing it for love.
That's right. We're doing it for love. So thanks for joining us, Jeremy. Thank you for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Hope to see y'all soon. Stay out of trouble best you can.